The question of what to do with the prisoners being held at Guantanamo. So far, only a small handful of them have been relocated to other countries. One was brought to the U.S. to stand trial. What is still unclear is what the administration's plan is for the prisoners who remain. Here's Jake Tapper.
ABC News has learned 3 more detainees have been transported from Guantanamo. The 3 went to Saudi Arabia. Earlier this week, terror suspect Ahmed Gailani was flown from Guantanamo to New York to be tried for his role in the 1998 embassy bombings. 1 detainee was flown to Chad, 1 to Iraq. And 4 Uyghurs, Muslims from China, are now in Bermuda, arousing the anger of officials from Great Britain responsible for Bermuda's security, who argue they were not adequately consulted.
They have expressed concerns to us, and we continue to talk to them about those concerns.
Even those supportive of President Obama's plan to close Guantanamo are confused about detainee policy being put into action.
It's very hard to see or know what the basis of their decision-making is. There's not a lot of conversation with the American public.
The Uyghurs were ordered freed and judged to not harbor anti-American sentiment. By sending them to Bermuda and perhaps the obscure Pacific nation of Palau, the White House is essentially conceding the U.S. will not absorb any detainees, since the Uyghurs were the likeliest candidates. That complicates efforts to place detainees in Europe, like, say, Germany.
German policymakers, politicians, and the public may say, why should we help the United States if the U.S. isn't taking any of those that are released?
Germany needs more information, and so does Congress. Members from both parties complain the administration does not have answers, such as what will happen if Gailani, an accused forger for al-Qaeda, is found not guilty? Will he be transferred to his native Tanzania and freed?
I'm not willing to get into playing hypothetical games.
It's not a game, Robert. It's a question about the credibility of the justice system.
I'm just not getting into the hypothetical back and forth of what happens on a case.
Of the 9 detainees that have been freed this week, 5 were ordered released by judges citing lack of evidence, and 4 had previously been ordered appropriate for release by the Bush administration. But of the 230 remaining at Guantanamo, Charlie, only a handful fall into either category, guaranteeing the president having some difficult debates in the days ahead.